Hello, and welcome to an unusual Sunday rant. So, today I want to talk about what happened on the weekend and why I don't like working on weekends. All right. So, they asked me, hey, can you come in on Saturday to run a run? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, right? Uh, you know, because why? Because I'm an idiot. So, because I don't remember the last Saturday that I had a problem, and the last Saturday, and the last Saturday. So I agree to it stupidly. All right. I get in there, right, and I have to go down to Kentucky. It's 470 something miles. So it's a longer run than I normally do. So, what do you think happens? Well, guess what? There's a trailer problem. That's right. Numerous problems, in fact. So the trailer has no clearance lights. Isn't that great? Boy, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? Yes. Also, the trailer has what we find out later is an emergency valve problem. Because I could see that the front axle was higher than the back axle, and all the weight was going on that. They weren't evened out like they're supposed to be. So I have to call, right? So I call, and of course it's Saturday, and there's nobody around. So they're like, well, we don't know if we're going to be able to do anything. And here's some of the problems that companies have, all right, that I want people to really think about, especially if they're at a company, if it's the company side of it. The problem, okay, here we go. So I call them, and they're like, well, we don't know if we could be able to find somebody to look at that valve, on the weekend. And then they wait. All right, they wait. Why do they wait? Because they want you to say, well, just fix the lights or whatever. That's what they're waiting for. Now, companies shouldn't do that. It's very short-sighted to do that. But that's what they do. I'm like, well, I guess it'll have to park here until Monday then. That's how we do that. But regardless of that, so eventually they find somebody who's on the other side of Crawfordsville, which is 30-something miles away. Plus he's got to come in and get the truck and everything. All right, so several hours later, a service truck comes in with a guy who looks like he's fixed thousands of trailers. He's got just nubs for fingers and all that. All right, so he comes in there, and the clearance lights, he has to run a jumper wire from basically the running lights on the bottom up to some wire in the thing. It's all rusted in there. Probably the wires are broken someplace. He doesn't know what the problem is. So he goes, look, this is a temporary fix that I can get those going. So they come on. Nice. Remember, people shouldn't be taking trailers that don't have lights just because it's during the day. Okay, they have to work, that even during the day, but you never know when the next person needs to take the trailer. It's so frustrating. And the valve, he's working on that. He finally gets the trailer to lift up. Okay, so, and he said that it needs an emergency valve. That's what he said. That's why I'm saying it. I don't exactly know. That's what he said. He goes, it'll probably be okay for today, probably. He goes, but it needs to get that fixed. I go, look, if I leave out of here with this trailer, it isn't going to get fixed. They're not going to fix anything. I go, look at how the trailer is right now. And the trailer was a 13. I looked at it. I thought, wow. I thought this trailer had been in several wars. It said Patton was here on the trailer. So, I don't know. Either way, he gets the valve fixed. And we shake hands, and his hand's all greasy. anyways, it's super hilarious. And he leaves, but guess what? By now, I do not have the hours to do the run. The run is longer than my available hours. Well, Mark, why were you on duty? Waiting for repairs, that kind of thing, is on duty time. And I got to say duty a number of times again. Don't let companies get over on you in this. But this is what companies do, and it's so short-sighted. This is why I like people like the Hammer and all these, nuclear verdicts, as companies call them. What they're doing, what companies do, they make you decide whether to get paid or not. Because I then came back home. All right, I called him up. I'm like, now that your garbage trailer is halfway fixed, for the road, I can't do the run. So I'm going back home. I'm going to drop it here and go back home, which I did. So the thing is, I'll get paid for the breakdown there, but I won't get paid for working because I ended up not working. So what companies do by having this garbage equipment, they encourage drivers to take the equipment, because you have to think, all right, if I call somebody, I might not be able to work. I might not be able to take my run. Now, I'm okay with it because the equipment needs to be fixed, and the company needs to learn that, they need to fix it. Because he asked me, well, can you go down there tomorrow, which is today? So I'm like, no, I'm here now to do this. And you're not providing equipment that's even close to being ready for the road. And you don't do anything to the drivers, of course. Nothing will be said to anybody. They have no incentive to not do this. So no, I'm out. I'm out of here. You figure it out tomorrow. He goes, we'll drop it. We might have to put it on a load board or whatever. I go, I don't know what to tell you. That's your problem. So I'm going home. And so that's what happened. But that's why we're here today. So I got home really late. I was home like 1 o'clock or something in the morning. So I didn't go out today. No Meyer for me. So sad. Yeah, so none of that. But the thing is, companies are making you choose that. And so drivers are going to, of course, choose, all right, I'm just going to take this trailer and go with it. It's basically almost a company policy. And this, I'm sure, is at a lot of places. So it's almost like a company policy to say, take this equipment that has problems and just run it and hope for the best. Now, believe me, if something happened, though, on the road, the company would be like, oh, you shouldn't be taking trailers with problems. You should call and get them serviced. But then they don't pay you for the time that you missed because you're fixing their equipment that they don't do anything about fixing. And that's why the Hammer and all these other people that, enforce these gigantic settlements and judgments on the companies, I'm all for it. I'm all for it because they need to learn that it's cheaper to pay people to ensure they get the equipment fixed than to run it down the road and have it have problems. So that's why I'm for that kind of thing. And that's my story today on the Sunday Rant. We can talk more about it tomorrow, or Monday, at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the live show, which would be great to see everybody there. And we'll also see everybody at Mid-America Truck Show at the end of March. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon with another Trucking Answers.